of Learning podcast, take one.
What's the Hoop of Learning program?
The Hoop of Learning program is a program for Indigenous people in America to learn about their culture and hopefully revitalize it in time, but also help them achieve their college success.
How'd you hear about it?
I heard about it from a cousin, actually, yeah.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Gallup, New Mexico.
I'm from White Cone, Arizona, but I don't know if anybody's heard of it.
I did. What's your guys' favorite food? Navajo food, I should say.
I guess just corn. I mean, I don't know. I don't really like fry bread, nor do I really like mutton. So it's like corn's the best native food for me right now.
That soup, you know what I'm talking about?
Blue corn mush or
No,
whatever.
no,
No.
no.
Oh,
It's like the corn soup.
blue corn mush.
It's not that
I know
one.
they call it corn soup.
No, I know what you're talking about.
It's called blue corn mush, guys.
I like blue corn mush too, but it's a different soup. I don't know what it's called.
Yellow corn mush.
Oh my God.
As a Navajo person, what would you say culturally do you most identify with? Like your language, your home, your family, ceremonies? Like
traditional
what?
stuff.
Yeah, what do you identify? What makes you a Navajo?
I guess what makes me a Navajo is the ideology, because you can, if you look at it, you can follow as many cultural practices as you want, but just following it and doing what it says doesn't really make you a true Indigenous person, mainly because if you follow the ideology of Native Americans, it makes you more open to like what's out there, and like it makes you more respectful. So knowing about the old ideological like ways of how we used to live is what I guess what makes me identify as a Navajo, because we're taught to be walking in beauty, and that's what I strive to do every day, is just walk in beauty.
I think what makes me a Navajo is, I guess, my cultural religion. Everybody has their own, like, different, or some people probably have the same cultural religion.
Do natives learn differently from other races like white people or maybe African American people?
No, everyone in total learns differently. It's just a way of like, everyone's different basically. One person could learn through visual, circumstances, while another person learns through, I guess, numbers, and it's regardless of race. So race isn't an issue in this.
I think that people could learn differently with other, like, when they're around certain people, but there's like different techniques of learning.
What do you mean by different techniques of learning?
I guess
Kind of name a couple of them, like observing and numbers, like.
I guess like logical and verbal learning.
What kind of person are you for learning?
I think a logical or mathematical, because I like math better than I like English.
I don't know, I can learn either way honestly, but I guess I would prefer to learn through a presenter speaking about it and teaching me about it. So I guess a visual learner would be best for me.
In what ways have Hoop of Learning kind of changed your life since the beginning of June?
I can't really say that it has changed my life, because we barely enrolled in the program. That's too much of a broad question to ask at this point.
Okay.
Well, I think it changed like time, because I felt like summer's gone by faster, and because like I don't really like when I'm done with class, usually studying or like working on worksheets and all that stuff, but yeah.
Why are you guys in college?
I'm here to get better and to get better, and I just got the scholarship, so yeah.
Well, my older sister did Hoop of Learning, and I guess she told me it was pretty cool, and I was like, cool, so I joined. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's how the story went.
What do you guys want to be when you're older?
Oh, I want to be a veterinarian because I like animals and I like working with animals.
I want to be an environmental engineer, but I don't know. I kind of want to like do something that involves risk and danger. So maybe like a homicide investigator.
What do you guys think about the idea that you can come to a college and take a course where you can go to your communities and make a documentary? What do you think about that?
I feel like it'd be very beneficial to the younger audience, I guess, since they're not as aware of it, and I guess the older generation, they're aware of it, they've seen it, and they've seen the processes like of what's changing, while the younger generation were born into like this world where it's like not really following like our old ways. So I guess these documentaries would actually help young people or younger generations find who they are and like what their culture is and what it means to them.
Do you think it's important that Native communities can tell their stories?
I think it's important because nowadays a lot of people or a lot of natives don't really know their like language, and they don't know their culture. The only people that we have to learn it from is our elders, and yeah.
So what do you want to say to the young people that want to go to school but can't?
Just honestly, just if you can't go to school, then try teaching yourself. There have been like people throughout history, even like pretty prominent like historical figures who like, for example, I forgot this one guy's name, but he was a pretty major historical figure, and he was an African American, but I think he was a slave, but he taught himself how to read, and he didn't read. So if you can do that, I'm pretty sure you can teach yourself anything at that point. Like all you really need is just,
Frederick Douglass?
Yeah, that was his name. So just going off of Frederick Douglass, you can pretty much teach yourself anything, because from what I've known or from what I've heard, English is probably one of the hardest languages to learn. And for him to do that, I'm pretty sure you can do that too. I mean, he's just another human like you.
What would you say to all the Native youth who want to go to school?
Can't, like, if they can't go to
No,
school.
just if they want to, you know.
Oh, if they
Like
wanted
a
to.
lot of people want to be here at the summer school, but they can't because they live too far away, or, you know, but just people that want to go to school. What do you think?
I guess just like
Or how about this one? What would you want to say to the younger people why it's important to go to school?
oh, okay. I think it's important to go to school because you need education for whatever job you're gonna get, whatever, like wherever you go, you kind of just need education.